as you move right across the periodic table. Well, you tell me, how do I complete this statement? Yep, Atlee? The number of protons increases. The number of protons increases. Next statement to answer this question correctly. Chart paper on the walls makes you smarter. Yep, Janessa? This increases the electrostatic force on the valence electrons. Now we're kind of in no man's land. Now we've got to finish off our argument. What's that going to do to this atom's electrons and therefore da-da-da-da? How would you like to finish this? Yep, what do you got?
Therefore, oxygen has more protons. So
We've already made that argument, right? But that's fine. You just tell us, as you move right across the periodic table, you could say as you move right across the periodic table, you could say oxygen has more protons. But you're right. Therefore, oxygen has more protons. There it is there. This increases the electrostatic force. Therefore, now I just need to finish it. I don't need it quite as wordy, but you're doing it correctly. You know what I mean? You're inserting oxygen to all of that, but that's fine. Yep. Yeah, let's first argue the opposite first, because we're talking about increasing pulling. Yep. Excellent. That's good. And you've restated 1 and 2 again, but you don't. But that's good. Therefore, oxygen is smaller, right? I guess in here, because there's a greater force, we could say in this little spot, the electrons are pulled in closer. That's it, right? The electrons are pulled in closer, therefore oxygen is smaller. So maybe in here we should have said the electrons are pulled in closer, therefore oxygen is smaller. And if oxygen is smaller, therefore boron is larger, if the actual question is which is larger, right? Now, what Atlee, you guys gave me there was great, but then you didn't need to make the first 2 statements because you're incorporating oxygen into the whole argument. That's great. You'd get all your marks there, all your check marks there. Okay? All right? Yes? Yes. Yes, it would be. It has the most orbits, which are way out there, and it has the weakest pull on its electrons for that row. It is. We'll get to that. This is a general statement for the change in the radius as you move across the period in a periodic table. I would write that down. It's just a general statement of what's true about the radius as you move from left to right. They progressively get smaller. I've incorporated all of the argument, and you're going to find over the next couple of lessons that we will be making this argument over and over and over, and you're going to be just almost nauseated by having to write the fact that there's more protons in the nucleus as you move right. This increases the electrostatic force. But that's what the argument is.